What's up everybody, it's No Matter here, and we are well into 2024. For those who watched my update several months ago, I've set 2024 aside as a year where I'm not going to put as much pressure on myself to release things, and instead am going to emphasize creating things in my spare time and really learning the creative side of music again and the enjoyable side of music. And also setting myself up for the rest of my life, finishing my graduate degree, getting a full-time job outside of my university. I mentioned that I was going to maybe do some video content so that we're continuing to talk and keep you updated. So I've decided that every month we're going to do a No Matter monthly update, and I'm gonna talk about 3 things that I've been listening to, 2 things that I've been working on music related, and 1 thing that I've been learning. And then I just thought of this as we're recording this, but maybe we have some sort of comment section interaction thing? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what kind of thing you want to see from this update other than what I've already designated. 3 things I've been listening to. 1 is this artist named Flambo, who I discovered in January. He makes almost exclusively music in Spanish, but I have studied a little bit of Spanish, so I was able to pick up on some of the things that he was singing about. And his production style is super cool. It's in the vein of like he goes a Porter Robinson route sometimes, a Skrillex route other times, and sometimes he just has different other kinds of influences in the EDM scene that just make his music so dynamic and cool to where even if you don't speak Spanish or have any sort of understanding of what he's saying, the music sounds so good and it's so enjoyable. So I highly recommend his stuff. Another thing is the Broadway recording for How to Dance in Ohio, which is a musical that just got off Broadway recently. Yeah, I listen to all kinds of stuff. This one is cool because it's based off of a documentary that I discovered actually through finding out about the musical. And it's about 7 autistic young adults who have a spring formal put on for them to teach them about certain social skills and cues and things like that will set them up for the rest of their lives. And it's just super cool how they adapted it in musical form and all of the like motifs and melodies that they have throughout the whole thing to bring the whole musical recording together. And I also am just a fan of musicals, so highly recommend that one as well.
Have wires.
Who is also a boy. No purpose on their path, just doing what clouds do. They do
momentum, the very beginning, building momentum, the energy spinning, knowing I'm throwing my best chance away.
And third, we have Jacob Collier's discography, which I've gotten back on because he is, at the time of this recording, he's about to come out with Jesse Volume 4. In fact, I'm recording this the day before he comes out with Jesse Volume 4, and I don't know when I'm going to release this, but the album might be out by then. Either way, it's coming out February 29th at 11:59 p.m. So depending on the time zone and where you are and how long you stay up, it's either going to be Thursday or Friday. I was a huge fan of Jesse Volume 2. Jesse Volume 3 also had some phenomenal tracks on it. Jacob Collier is just a genius musician, and I am unbelievably hyped for Jesse Volume 4. Just from the singles that have already come out, it's already a candidate for Album of the Year. But hey, it's early in the year, you know, albums could come out that just blow Jesse Volume 4 out of the water. They're just gonna have to do a lot. They're gonna have to do a whole lot of good to beat Jesse Volume 4.
No paras de volar ahora que tienes alas.
pensar dónde vas a aterrizar.
'Cause you're not so far away. I hear you say.
That's 3 things I've been listening to, but I've also been working on a lot of stuff. It's gonna be a lot more behind the scenes this year, but I definitely am working on cool stuff. One of the things that I actually finished is, as I mentioned in the previous update, the very first No Matter remix. It's coming out. I don't know when. It's probably coming out soon, but I don't want to promise anything. It's not up to me when the release happens, but it's a super nice, serene, cool remix. I'm just super excited for it.
Sunset, car rides, cruising down the interstate.
Another thing that I've been doing is experimenting with instrumental swaps, like taking the vocals of one song and putting it on the instrumental of another. Also, flipping back and forth between Haywire's song White Lie and Grant and Fairlane's song Hypnotize is also very cool. You can come up with some very cool things through the instrumental swap. Maybe a mashup coming later, we'll see. And one thing that I've been kind of trying to relearn, kind of trying to learn for the first time, is that it is okay to make something that will never see the light of day. I mean, just rediscovering the beauty of creating something in the first place. And it's cool that I'm learning this because that was kind of the whole point of doing this whole tentative release hiatus thing in the first place. One of my friends who I mentioned earlier, Sam Bowman, he had some really good things to say about just creating music and experiencing music. We can get so caught up in who is musically gifted and I don't know, who has the gift, and we can forget that music itself is a gift that God has given us to enjoy. So whether we enjoy someone's music or not, there's something enjoyable just about music itself. And especially if you're creating music, just experiencing the music as you are making it is sometimes an even more beautiful thing than getting projects done and being in the mixing and mastering process. You know, that inspiration that comes when you are actively creating music is, at least to me, because it's, you know, a bit of a novelty of the past couple of years because I've been finishing so many things. It's an especially beautiful thing. I'm just really glad to be learning this lesson now because I have kind of lost sight of it in the past few years. So that's been a glimpse of my life in the music world in the month of February. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope this maybe inspired you or encouraged you in some way. And let me know in the comments what kinds of things you want to see. Are there some interactive things? Are you interested in having some discussion question that I post or that I put in the comments or at the end of the video, or what? This could be our first one if that's something that interests you. Until then, I'll see you guys later. No Matter out.